Welcome back to the Road 237. This is episode 15. This past week had a couple good workouts in there and culminated in a 16-mile long run, and got on the bike for the first time this year for some cross training. So let's take a look at the week. Easy 10 miles to kick off the week with some striders in there to get everything loosened up for the 400s I've got planned for tomorrow. All in all, I think the run went well. My legs are just feeling a little flatter than I'd like them to, and I don't know exactly why that is. I have a suspicion that it's maybe more from some of the lifting that I've been doing, so probably take that a little bit easier this week and then taper out of that for the upcoming races. But all in all, good run. Strides felt good to get kind of shaken up and loose out for tomorrow, and back on the track tomorrow. I totally lost track of time yesterday and forgot to record. And yesterday's workout was 6x400 in 75 seconds with 200 meters in between for recovery. And overall, workout went really well. I hit all of them in the prescribed paces. I think if anything, my breathing has just felt off. And I really felt that yesterday in the faster running. It's like I just couldn't get a full breath of air. I don't know what that's all about. I was diagnosed with sports-induced asthma in high school. I had an inhaler, but I didn't use it consistently, and it was never a major issue. So who knows? Maybe there's some of that lingering, but why now? Could have just been an off day too. So today's an easy 10, just recovering. I'll do more or less the same tomorrow, and then a big key workout on Friday. I wanted to scale the 400s for you too, in case it's a workout you want to adapt to your own training. So 75 seconds for me, it's about 5-minute mile pace. So for me, that's going to be between mile and 5K pace. My 5K pace right now is 5:20, somewhere in that range. Mile pace is going to be high 4s probably. So if you want to do that workout yourself, 6x400, the 400s are going to be, like I said, a little faster than 5K, a little slower than mile pace, and just a good short workout to get some speed and leg turnover in. Highly recommend it. Go have fun. Another easy 10 miles today with 8 20-second striders thrown in, again just to kind of keep loose, get loose for the mile interval sessions I have tomorrow. Everything felt pretty good today. I think the legs are starting to feel back to normal, with one exception. Just as I was realizing how good everything felt on one of my strides, I got a real weird twinge in my left glute. So slowed down, went away immediately, but just something to watch for, I guess. Luckily, I won't be running quite that fast in the miles tomorrow, so I'm not too concerned about it. But always something. Just keep an eye out, stay healthy, have fun. So good run, and I'm actually excited for tomorrow's miles as well. Today's session was a 2x2 mile followed by a 2x1 mile, 5-minute rest after the 2 miles and 3-minute rest after the 1 miles. I was really kind of nervous going into this one. Just haven't felt poppy, springy, I guess, just kind of flat overall. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. The first 2-mile session felt hard. I had trouble kind of getting into rhythm and finding my breathing. But then the second 2-mile session, the first mile on that, I was cruising and surprised by how fast it went. So overall came back strong, hit all my paces as I wanted. I would have liked to have been a little bit faster on the mile, but not going to complain. They were within range, so that was all good. I did get a little bit extra rest in between the 2-mile segments because I had a bathroom emergency, but I kept it quick and shortened the run period a little bit to keep recovery within that window, but a little extra recovery, but then I was able to push it a little bit more. So all in all, I think that's a good thing. These mile interval workouts have been kind of progressing towards 10K race in a really fun way. So a couple weeks ago, it was a 1x2 mile followed by 4x1 mile. So total of 6 miles over that work session, but more 1 mile intervals. This session was a 2x2 mile followed by 2x1 mile. So again, 6 miles in total, but you start to block those miles together to more simulate a race and get more consecutive miles together at that faster pace. And then in a couple weeks, I'll be doing a 3x2 mile. So again, 6 miles in total, still broken up, so going to be faster than race pace probably, because you do have those recoveries. But again, just a good way to progress towards a 10K race. So fun little progression I've been working through. Overall went well today, and happy with the results. All right, did some bike cross training today to mix things up. First time out on the bike this year, and hoping to make this a little bit more regular. Went out with my dad and just super easy 12.5 miles or so, just to kind of, shake off the rust. And yeah, we had a good time, and easy cross training to loosen things up before 16-mile run tomorrow. Doing some major improv on the route today. Tried to go north on one of my favorite trails, totally flooded, turned around and came south, totally flooded. So stay tuned, we'll come up with something fun. 16 miles today, finishes out a 70-mile week. Overall feeling really good. Some good workouts this week. Body's feeling pretty good, heading into the final couple weeks here until UA 5K, and then the big race, the Columbus 10K, which I'm very excited about. Talked to my coach a little bit yesterday, and I think we've got a good plan for A goal, B goal going into the race. Made a few last minute tweaks to my workout schedule that I'll go over in a bit more detail here. Not changing the content at all, just timing, just to make sure that I get the most out of them going into the races. So all in all, feeling good. Excited for those upcoming races and another good week of running ahead. All in all, good week of running, and like I said, 2 workouts in there. The 6x400s at somewhere between mile and 5K pace. That was really just used more to get legs turning over for the bigger workout in the back half of the week, which was the progression of the mile intervals. So started out with a couple weeks ago a 1x2 mile followed by 4x1 mile, so 6 miles in total, but more so on the shorter interval side. This week went into the 2x2 mile and then 2x1 mile, so again still a total of 6 miles, but starting to shift that balance towards the more continuous sessions. And an adjustment that I'm making in next week after talking through with my coach is we're going to bring the 3x2 mile session up a week. Or a couple days, I guess, more, moving it from end of a week onto a Sunday. Rationale for that is it was already planned in the program, again, kind of working more towards those continuous intervals to kind of get more used to, this is what a race is going to feel like, as opposed to individual 1-mile segments. But decided that we wanted to move that up in the schedule a little bit to make sure that I really get time to benefit from it for the race. Where it was in the schedule probably would have been okay, but not necessarily guaranteed that you'd get the benefit of recovering and being able to bring that on race day. So moving it up to the Sunday gives me a full 2+ weeks of being able to recover and really adapt from that training session. So just another way to kind of sharpen up a little bit before the 10K here on June 1st. So super excited about it. Should be a good week of running ahead. And, kind of in a mini taper mode as well, as I've been doing higher mileage weeks. And so as we're getting into the 5K and then soon after that, the 10K, starting to just taper just a little bit. It's not a full-on marathon taper or anything like that, but just make sure I'm primed and ready to go for race day. So thanks again so much for watching. Appreciate any comments you have, questions, leave them in the comment section here, and we'll talk to you next week.